We saw those images of people on the streets in Beirut, and remember, this is a demonstration that's going on not just in Beirut but across the country as well, and the mood has been getting stronger and more passionate day by day, and it really is a big question at this point whether there are any reforms that the government can put through which are going to satisfy people. Certainly, not hiking taxes the way it had been suggested they would do last week and earlier will help. Certainly not putting taxes on WhatsApp and other messaging outlets like that will help. But at this point, I think people are demanding very much more than that. And many of the slogans have included some such as revolution or the whole government should resign. At this stage, it doesn't look like the government is prepared to go quite that far. There has been talk that there will be sell-off of public utilities. The efforts will be made to get the budget back under control. 86 billion debt at the moment. That's 150% of GDP. That is really enormous. But how do you do that? And they've been talking about cutting salaries by 50% of ministers and MPs. That's going to look good, but it's not really going to address the key issues that people face of massive unemployment, 37% for the 35s and under, and 25% of people beneath the poverty line. Those are the real issues. People are simply fed up with decades of incompetence. Infrastructure, which is almost non-existent, rubbish still on the streets, despite those demonstrations 4 years ago. That's why the people are out on the streets. They've really lost all confidence in the ability of this government, or perhaps any other, to solve their problems.
And as you just mentioned there, Lebanon is no stranger to mass protests. We saw them in 2005, again in 2015. But what makes these particular set of protests so different from
I think it is. I think they are different. 2005 was perhaps even bigger than these demonstrations. It was a massive demonstration led by Rafik Hariri, father of the current Prime Minister Saad Hariri, in 2005, the so-called Cedar Revolution, to get rid of Syrian military occupation of Lebanon. 2015, an issue-concentrated demonstration on rubbish collection. This time is different in one crucial sense, I think, and that is that the geographical spread is enormous, and they go across sectarian lines, so that everybody is participating in this, across class, across region, across sectarian lines. And what's starting to happen is that you're seeing people within the group, say within the Shia Hezbollah movement, criticizing the leaders, not just of the government, but of Hezbollah as well. And that's happening across the board. And we're also seeing key leaders within the government itself. Samir Jaja, leader of the Lebanese forces, for instance, he has already resigned. 4 ministers have stepped down. Walid Jumblat, another old figure in the Lebanese political scene, saying that the government should resign. These are big changes.